It's a goal!
Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. In this video I actually went to a really cool local antique fair. It's a small fair, there's probably about 35-40 stalls, but it's all aimed at more like low-end collectibles as opposed to big antiques. There's lots of records for sale, lots of toys, especially die-cast stuff. I'm not a big die-cast toy collector, but I do deal in toys. I do have another channel where I buy and sell toys, and I collect vintage toys, especially stuff from the 60s and 70s. And obviously I went to look see if there was any cards, and I've actually done quite well, guys. Very well today. So there's going to be a weird mix of things, guys, so please don't be put off. There will be cards, don't you worry. So first off, I've got this Pokemon Merlin sticker annual. I love Merlin stickers, I think they're really cool. It tells you all about the swap shops there, tour. This was £4 including the packet of stickers. I used to love Pokemon, massive Pokemon fan back in the day when the first generation of Pokemon cards came out. Not so much anymore, because I think it's a bit, what's the word? I think it's kind of lost its way a bit, to be honest. But anyway, that was £4. I reckon I can easily ask about £10 for that annual, and I'm going to probably take some of these stickers and get them graded. They're nice quality. And then I came across, I wonder if I can show it off without damaging it. This awesome The Man from U.N.C.L.E. jigsaw set. These come out in the 60s. It's missing one piece, unfortunately, and they've written, which is really annoying, one piece missing on the back, which is really annoying. I've actually had this before. I paid £5 for it. I've had it before, missing pieces, and sold it for like £25. So there's a bit of a flip in it for me there. I also paid, I think it was £5 for these. I think it was, yeah, £5 I think. Tom Baker from Doctor Who. This is like a Superstars top sellers production card. Yeah, I've got a few of these. I think I got some sports ones and some music ones. So I picked up Muhammad Ali, and I picked up my favourites when I was a kid, Bruce Lee. These are really cool. Superstars top sellers productions from 1979. They're big postcard types things, so yeah, I don't know if they're things you would get graded or not, but I might try it, see how it goes. Picked up this Dennis the Menace annual from 1988. That's the year I was born. The guy was basically said £4 for this annual and what I'm about to show you next, which I think was a great deal. It was this Will's cigarette picture card. There was loads of these for sale at the show. Somebody was asking like £18 for this, which I don't think is worth money that much. And this was only, there were other ones, but with other like card series in them. But this was £2.50, and plus the Beano annual, I paid £4 for it. This card there, it's missing a few players, but I was careful to double check. Hapgood for Arsenal, or Hapgood or Hapgood. I was able to check to make sure that the player that you really want to find, there he is, Stanley Matthews. I haven't checked the quality of the card, but it looks decent for its age. I'll keep it in this little folder for now, but I might eventually send it up for grading. Like I always say, guys, grading this, grading that, and I never bother. It's more to do with the fact I just can't really afford to pay thousands of pounds for grading. Yeah, that was the Beano annual, and that book there was £4, which I think is quite nice. I got that annual, this album in my collection anyway. It was always nice to upgrade, sort of thing. I paid, I think it was £4 for all these cards, guys. These are the Barrett's cards from 1993. I looked for it afterwards. It's Tony Adams, David Rocastle there, Rocky. I'll probably put that in a sleeve, and then I think it's Michael something, and then there's John Barnes. So there wasn't actually, I looked for this trying to find any other players that I could pull out and stuff. I think there's a Gary Lineker in here, there's Ali McCoy in there, which is quite cool, and that's kind of it really. I was hoping there would be like Ryan Giggs, or there's Ali McCoy there. Ryan Giggs and what's his name, Roy Keane maybe, and Ian Wright, but no, they were not in there, which is annoying, but it is what it is. But for £4, yeah, I'll take that. It's worth the risk. These were £1 each. These are Monsters in My Pocket stickers. I looked online and I think I can probably get about £7 or £8 a pack for these. So as £1 a pack, I'm probably going to keep them unopened. I then went and bought, this was £10. Basically, it's like DS cover cases for a Nintendo DS, plus loads of games like Sonic Pinball, Monsters Inc., Spyro the Dragon, some Game Boy manuals, another Game Boy cover and instruction sets, Jimmy White's Cue Ball, snooker. The funny thing is, these are the cheap games, basically like snooker games, but actually I imagine it's quite alright to play if you're into your snooker. Some more games there is. There's the Jimmy White one, there's a Finding Nemo one there. Then we have some Disney games and some FIFA. And all those games and those two kind of cover cases go to £10. Not really sure what I'm going to do with them. It's a bit of a gamble, because I thought the cover cases would be worth about £10 to £15 each, which they are on eBay. I might just do them as a job lot and try and get money on it. But also found this cool badge. This was £1. This is always use the Green Cross code. The Green Cross code man is David Prowse, who's from Bristol, where I am from. He, of course, is Darth Vader. Sadly passed away a year or two ago. Got these cool Jurassic Park cards. They were like 50p the pack. I love Jurassic Park. It was the first film I ever saw at the cinema. These awesome Pog World Tours. These were going for a lot of money back about a year or two ago when the pandemic was on. These were going for like £15, £20 a pack. I imagine they're much cheaper now. And then we got these really cool Hit Me Best Score Super Mario Bros. Cards from 1990. I basically paid like £3.50 for them. I didn't even check to see what they were. We can have a look now. One thing I noticed, guys, was that a lot of channels have been buying up these early Nintendo cards. Let me get a knife on it. Because there is some money in these graded. I hope this is not just all Mario. I wish there was I want some Zelda. I love Zelda. But yeah, early cards of video games. There's a bit of a market for them. I never realised. This is going to be a nightmare to open up for some reason. Yeah, whoever put these in the box. And they're really nice. Like, they're fresh. I'm not going to go for every single one, but yeah, awesome. They're different games. This is exactly what I wanted to be. That's like Mike Tyson's Punch Out sort of thing. Super Mario's 2. There's the Punch guy again. Mario Madness. Mario's kind of like soccer. And there's Link Zelda. These are really cool. There's Princess Toadstool, is it? I thought her name was Princess Peach. Some pokey thing. Linda, who looks quite nice with her whip. A Robo. Link, Zelda, Super Mario Bros. 2. I won't go for all these guys because it's going to be here forever, but Zelda again. Zelda again. Super Mario Bros. Zelda. I love video games. Those are nice quality, like really nice quality, so I might send some of those up to MGC if I can afford it, maybe end of the month. And then, guys, the last thing I bought, these were £1. Actually, before we do that, also bought this, the DC cards. This is £1. I see these quite regularly, so I don't think they're worth much. And I'm just trying to think maybe if there's something cool in there. Superman's always cool in it. There's the first appearance of Wonder Woman, I think. I don't know who that is. Bronze Tiger, never heard of him. I've never heard of him either. Granny Goodness, that sounds a bit odd. Silver Age Wonder Woman, Dr. Polaris, Guy Gardner, DC's Great Battles, Hawkman, that's quite cool, Golden Age, and some random person, and Hawk. That was £1, guys, do you know what I mean? £1. The way I think of it, so superhero cards had a massive increase during lockdown, like massive. They went from being worth pretty much nothing to like becoming like hundreds and hundreds of pounds, because people were literally pumping and dumping them, hyping them up to be the next best thing, and they kind of weren't, and they dropped. But still, some of them are still worth quite a lot of money, which is good. As I was saying, the last thing I was going to say, I got these packs of Subbuteo cards for £1 each. So I thought, let's crack it open right now and see if we can find anything good. I'm confident this is the set that contains the Beckham rookie, which if we do, it's not worth mega money, but I think it's worth like £20–30. I think this would be worth a lot more than everybody gotten onto it. Let's see what we can find. Okay, we've got Sean Flynn, Paul Parker there, Man United, Danny Williamson for West Ham, Anna Miller for Middlesbrough, Noel Wheaton for Coventry, is it? Yeah. Andy Turner for Spurs. I mean, guys, these are brand new, but the condition is quite shocking, to be honest. Paul Stewart and Lee Bowyer for Leeds. I thought, would it be cool if we can pull a David Beckham out of here? If not, anything would do. I think it would be cool. Something like a Ian Wright would be amazing. So we've got Andy Turner again. Raul Fox, never heard of him before. David Hughes of Southampton. Conor Hendry for Blackburn. Yes, get in there. Ian Wright, my favourite, so you can go there. Darius Kubekci for Sunderland. Gary McAllister for Coventry, and then finally Alan Reeves for Wimbledon. Got the Ian Wright, we got the Ian Wright. Now the question is, do I have any card sleeves? Ooh, who knows? I don't know if the Beckham actually will appear this time. I think Beckham appears in the year after. We've got Mark Walters for Southampton, Clive Wilson for Tottenham, Andrei Kanchelski for Everton, John Beresford for Newcastle, Andrea Silvenzi for Forest, Mark Stein for Chelsea. Look at that. These cards for some reason feel quite poor quality. Darius Kubecki again, and Andy Townsend. So that there was like squeeze up. What's going on? It feels like these card packs have been opened before. Jamie Redknapp, Tim Flowers, who was at one point England keeper. I got Paul Merson, pretty cool. Add that to my Arsenal list. Steve Morgan, Tony Cottee for West Ham, Andrea again, Gary Kelly for Leeds, and Graham Stewart for Everton. Now the last pack, guys. Oh, if I can open it. We've got Mick Harford for Wimbledon, Paul McGrath for Villa, Andy Gray for Leeds, a nice cold Hullet for Chelsea, Gary Neville for Man United, Justin Edinburgh for Spurs, Steve Nicole for Sheffield Wednesday, and finally Steve Watson for Newcastle. So that was pretty cool. I mean, obviously everybody's got their favourite players, but I always like these sort of chaps. Obviously Ian Wright's my PC collector, so that's going to go straight into collection. Ooh, dropped it already. So guys, yeah, I think all this cost me £35. So what do you think? Do you think it was worth it? I mean, these Mario cards are really nice, and I think I'll be sending a few of these up to get graded. The fun ones. The Subbuteo cards, most of them are worth nothing, so I'll probably just put them in little bundles and try and sell them on eBay or something. Get rid of them for like a £5. The cards I pulled out, I'll be keeping those. The video games, they're going to be going up as a job lot, I think. The Jurassic Park cards I'm going to keep myself. The puzzles I'm going to sell, I think. So yeah, that's it, guys. Bit of a really cool no antiques fair. I was hoping it was going to be more cards, but there wasn't many card sellers at all. Most card sellers had really poor quality cards, and they were selling them for a ridiculous amount of money for sets. There's a set they had which had the very early, I think it's early, Dixie Dean, which is like a character card. It comes up on eBay quite a lot. You can pick up for £3 or £4 on its own. They had theirs for like £20 for the whole set, which is not too bad, I suppose, if you're collecting sets. But apart from that, it was a pretty poor in terms of cards. But it's a nice little show. It's a good little show. Great things to buy if you're looking for stuff, or you wanted a quick day out. Much bigger than I thought it was going to be. But apart from that, yeah, I loved it. I'm hoping to try and get to a proper cigarette card collector show soon. I know there's some around like my area, but I don't drive, so I need to try and persuade my girlfriend to basically take me. Oh, which sounds so sad, but yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay safe and happy hunting.